Hey y'all, it's Mac, and nope, nothing's wrong. I'm just relaxing from my bed right now. Um, I just haven't really felt like getting up. It's not because I'm not feeling well, I'm fine. I've just been kind of lazy. And so I'm playing around. I just downloaded, and some of y'all might be familiar with this, something called Prism. If you're familiar with OBS, you're probably familiar with Prism as well. And so Prism allows me to go live on multiple platforms at the same time. So right now I'm just on YouTube. I might be on Facebook. I don't even know. I think I'm just on YouTube. But I'm just kind of fooling around, testing to see just what I could do, because I do have a show called Personal Foul, which streams on M3-TV. If you have Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, any of those main ones, you could go ahead and you could download M3-TV. And we have shows on there. You know, there's not a lot of, there's nothing but original content on there right now. I take that back. So I do plan on an official launch date, probably at the end of the month. I'll keep y'all posted. If you are, if you're at your computer, it's M3-TV.com. You can also download the app on your Android or your Apple phone, iPhone, iPad, blah, blah, blah. So there are numerous ways to get to M3-TV. Anyway, it is free subscription, but I need everyone to subscribe, okay? So I can keep y'all up on what's going on. Not with me so much, but it's more a channel for, okay, I have a basketball league, for instance. We will be streaming games on M3-TV. In addition to that, excuse me, my voice is trying to quit out on me. But, I got some medical shows. I interview doctors, interview people. This is primarily blood cancer shows. And so we have oncologists and hematologists who come on and they tell us what we need to know. The latest about polycythemia vera, the latest about myelofibrosis. I mentioned those because those are the two that I've dealt with. First, polycythemia vera, and then earlier this year I found out that I had progressed to myelofibrosis, which is a little bit more serious, I guess. But they're both blood cancers. Neither one is very pleasant. And so I've got professionals coming on to talk to us about that. You may know somebody with a blood cancer. I invite you to get ready, because we're going to start a whole series of shows where doctors will come on, like I said, but also we're going to have people coming on who have been through bone marrow transplants. Now, if you have myelofibrosis, we also call it MF, you might be in line for a bone marrow transplant. There's a lot involved. It's not pretty. You've got to understand the seriousness of it before you go through it, because otherwise you won't be prepared for what you're about to go through. And I'm not going to go through a whole list of things now. The only thing I will tell you is that you're there in the hospital for roughly 30 days, as I understand it. I'm going to have to go through that at some point, very soon. You're in the hospital for about 30 days because they got to keep an eye on you. First 5 days, they pretty much prep you for the transplant, chemotherapy, maybe even radiation. You get 2 days or so to recover. And then it's time for the transplant. It's time for the actual transplant. And so, that's rough. I mean, they got to keep you for the rest of that 30-day period, about 20 days or so, because they got to make sure that, the transplant, that your body has accepted the new bone marrow. They got to make sure that, first of all, you're very weak. You really can't do much. You're weak. You can barely walk. You can't walk, actually. And from what I understand, even bathroom visits can be an adventure. I'm hoping for different, but the truth of the matter is, this is just how it is. It's not easy. So anyway, I'm saying all that to say this. I'm going to try my best to bring people who are dealing with this illness. I'm going to try and bring some hope to them. I'm hoping that together we educate and we learn from each other. I will keep y'all posted as to when that series begins. I don't have a start date yet. So I will let you all know. Meanwhile, I'm fooling around on here. I've got my TV on YouTube right now, and I'm trying to find out where it looks like I have, nope, I don't have anybody watching live right now, but that's okay. Right now, I'm just running my mouth. Really, I'm just trying to practice and learn. That's really what I'm doing right now. I'm practicing, and hopefully I'll learn, what I could do from here. Now I'm going live right now from my iPhone. The one thing I'm not really sure that I could do from here is add lower thirds. Now, I don't know if you guys know what a lower third is, if you're involved. You know how at the bottom of your TV screen, when you're watching something like ESPN for you sports nuts out there, or CNN for you infomaniacs, you watch CNN or MSNBC or something like that. At the bottom of your screen, they have what they call a lower third. Now, lower third could come in the form of a crawl. A crawl usually is at the bottom of the screen. It goes from right to left. Or it might be, I call it a roll. I don't know if it's the proper term, but they roll scores. They'll have one game, and then after a few seconds, everything rolls to the next game that they want to give you the score on, and things of that nature. So now I could do that, of course, from my computer, my desktop, or a laptop. But I don't think there's a way where I could do that from here. So you'll excuse the lack of a lower third, please. But again, this is just something I'm trying out. I'm going to have to figure out how to add the lower thirds because, I want to at least give the impression of a professional presentation. So, so that's one of the things that I really try and do, because I do a lot of editing, for the channel, and I do other stuff too, but, for people and just for myself. But yeah, so anyway, I don't know what's, okay, let's see. I'm trying to see why I can't find myself live. Oh, I see myself live now. All right. So, let's see. Now there's usually some sort of a delay. Now there's usually some sort of a delay. Yeah, I don't even think the delay is 7 seconds. Typically on TV and radio, they have what they call 7-second delay. So everything you think you're watching live is not really live. You're seeing it or hearing it roughly 7 seconds after they actually said it or did it or, what have you. But in any event, well, it looks like I've got one person. I wonder who that one person is. Well, in any event, this is what's going on right now. Enter text for chat. Okay, that might be fun. So I just entered text for chat. We'll see if this one person, whoever it is, if this person will respond. They might not. I mean, they might not want to respond to me. But, it's all good. It's all good. So I'm really wondering, because I know that I set up for Facebook. So I'm wondering if anybody's on Facebook. Now, I'm not going to look right now. I really need to get my butt up. So if anybody wants to help me to not be lazy, send me a text or a chat message saying to get my lazy ass up. I need to eat something. I know I need to eat something. But I'm not inclined to get up right now. I'm just not. I had this idea. I was originally going to go ahead and just get a couple of hamburgers from McDonald's and a milkshake. I have changed my mind. I'm really in the mood for chicken egg foo young. That's one of my favorites. And so I think I'm going to order from there. I think it's probably a little bit healthier. I'm a hamburger junkie, but McDonald's hamburgers, as we all know, are not the healthiest thing in the world, no matter how much they let you know how many calories are in this or in that. The word is, and this isn't just me talking, I mean, you got professionals who are saying it's not the healthiest thing. But I eat McDonald's anyway. In part because it's convenient a lot of the time. In part because I just like it. And in part because I don't know. In part because nothing's good for you. They say that this is bad for you, that's bad for you, so forth, so on. So I figured if I'm going to die, I may as well go out happy. And so I don't pay a lot of attention to the reports. I mean, you remember when they tried to get us off sugar with NutraSweet? Remember, that was the big deal. And then what happened? They decided that NutraSweet is bad for you too. Except with NutraSweet, they didn't ban it, they didn't eliminate it. Instead, what they did was they changed the name. They changed the name. And so if you're not in the know and you put something in your coffee, for instance, and it says aspartame, as I understand it, that's NutraSweet, the same thing. There might be a slight difference. I don't know. I'm not that smart to know all the absolutes. And this is not me trying to give y'all a health lesson or a lesson on anything. This is just me rambling right now, just talking, general conversation. I say rambling. It's not that I'm trying to ramble, but it's just, something to talk about for the moment. So I would consider, in fact, I think that's what we're going to do. I am now going to get my lazy butt up off of this bed. I rarely do this. I'm up early in the morning. I mean, I went to sleep like 4 this morning, and waking up at 9, that's late for me. I'm usually a 6, 7 o'clock person, even in retirement. Sometimes I get up earlier than that. And I love it. I love the late night, early morning hours. The atmosphere is different. Everything is quiet. Everything is still, And so I usually get up kind of early on most mornings. And I don't need a whole lot of sleep. I just don't need a lot of sleep. And don't ask me why. I just don't. And some of y'all might like to sleep all day. I can't stay in the bed all day. I just can't. All right, so I'm going to take a short break, but I will be back. Don't go anywhere. So I'm back. And in a moment, I'll go ahead and I'll take you guys out on the terrace. That's, even though I don't do it very much during the week, that is one of my favorite spots in the house. I get a nice little view right now of, of the area. There's an airport not far from here, a municipal airport, not a national airport. So it's a little different. But, it's kind of neat watching the airplanes fly, take off and land and things of that nature. And, there's a road out here that is kind of quiet right now, but there are times where This road is very, very busy. Too busy for my liking, to be honest. You know, they got these gravel trucks that go by. They roar. I mean, you know, they're very loud. But in spite of it all, I love this place. I will be moving soon. I live on the second floor now. I'm going to live in the same complex, different building on the first floor. And so, yeah, let's take a little walk. I'm not showing y'all this apartment because it's just a little bit on the messy side. I really need to go ahead and I need to do something about this apartment. I've been a little lazy. So I'm going to turn the camera around. And as I look, let's see what's happening now. Well, let's see. Can I turn this around? So, see, this is what I mean about trying to find things out. I'm trying to figure out now if I could turn this camera around. I don't know if I can. It doesn't appear so. I think that once you start this, maybe you can't do it. It's interesting. That's something I did not know. So we're going to do this in a strange kind of way, but so this is my view from my terrace. Look how long the terrace is. You know, it's really nice. And you might not be able to tell, but right now it's actually raining. The road is damp. I can tell. The road is real damp. But yeah, it's really nice in this area. I'm gonna miss this terrace, but I'm not out here all the time, so but I bet you I miss it though. I'm willing to bet you. I'll be down in first floor apartment. I'll be like, oh man, I wish I had the terrace. I wish I was upstairs. Yeah, I mean, same layout, same apartment, same layout and everything, but you know, on the first floor, like, you don't have this fence here. And I kind of like the idea of the fence. You know, people can't just walk up on your terrace, or your patio. I mean, people generally won't do that here. I mean, this is a pretty good group of folks that live around here, but I still like that insulation, that, you know, to be separated. But anyway, so I wonder who that one person is on here. I don't think it includes me. I hope not. But anyway, I think y'all might be on Messenger or Facebook. And I'm going to try and find out if I'm live on Facebook. So I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here at my computer now. All right, so. Oh, okay, so I'm on Facebook already. So I am mad. Okay, so it's refreshing now. Yep, it's refreshing. It's taking a moment. So now let's see what happens. All right, so I may not be live on Facebook. I'm not sure. Okay, so it's not that I'm streaming right now on YouTube, but evidently y'all can go to YouTube by clicking the link. That's what it is. Go. So, and you can hear me. You can hear me in the background. Link. That's what it is. Go. So, and you can hear me. You can hear me in the background. Link. Okay, so. No, so you can hear me. All right. So I just muted myself. I do see myself on YouTube. I'm not on Facebook. On Facebook, it just gives the link. And that's pretty much it. So, yeah. Anyway, looks like I'm talking to myself, but this is still good practice. And I'm gonna have a show maybe even as early as this evening. So you all take care out there, be blessed, do something nice for somebody, and I'll probably see you guys on Facebook tonight. Oh, okay. There we go. Well, we won't go so fast. I'm going to show you all. I said I wouldn't show you the house. Y'all got to see a little bit of the messy house. So, all right, this will give you a better shot of where I'm at. Okay. So up in the distance, beyond that tree there, and beyond the trees, beyond that, is you see what appears to be mountains. That's not really mountains, but I think it's landfill. I know they have one of those gravel companies, and that's why you got a lot of trucks here usually, because the trucks are going either picking up or delivering gravel. That building across there is a medical building. My doctor's there. Take a look at this sky. I mean, that's not promising, ladies and gentlemen. That is not promising. Not at all. It is what it is. As one lonely truck rides by. I'm really wondering why there's not more traffic. Could it be because of Juneteenth? It can't be because of Juneteenth, right? It couldn't possibly be because of Juneteenth. I mean, after all, I'm living in Texas. And, you know, Texas history regarding the people of color. I mean, yeah, I know. I gotta be fair. If you don't live here in this area, especially, I live by San Antonio. Every year, San Antonio puts on this big MLK parade. You know, so I gotta give it to them. They put on a nice parade every year. You know, I've only been to one live, but usually I may take a peek at it on TV. I don't watch too much because You've seen one parade, you've seen them all, as far as I'm concerned. But with a few differences here and there. But yeah, so, but it's Juneteenth. It doesn't seem like there's a lot going on. Yeah, the local news stations, they'll give you a 2-minute segment talking about it, and then that's it. It's done. Now, in New York, we all know New York's a melting pot. Listen, nothing compares to New York. I understand that. But I would imagine that they are having a parade there, or had a parade. I would imagine places like Chicago and Detroit, Atlanta. We're talking about the inner cities now, so I'm pretty sure they all had something. Houston probably has something. That's the one place in Houston I would expect to have something big on Juneteenth. Maybe Dallas too, but outside of Dallas, Houston, no. I don't expect nothing in El Paso. I don't expect anything in, what's that place down the road? Kerrville. You may not have even heard of Kerrville. Look it up. Kerrville is west of where I am. It's a nice, quiet little place, but you're not going to see too much color there. So, anyway. But that's what's going on from here. Now, I'm going to say, and mean it this time, y'all be blessed and do something nice for somebody. Keep an eye out for me tonight on Facebook. And I will talk to you then.